National Park, but not until like 11 a.m. or something. We were not really in a hurry. And it is crazy here. There's all these signs for you can park like outside of the park basically and take a shuttle in. And we were like, well, we don't want to do that. We definitely want our car.
Yep.
And there's like nowhere to park. I mean, I guess the parking's just limited in general.
I dropped them off at the visitor center and circled the visitor center parking lot for, I want to say, half an hour.
And so now we found this parking spot at this lodge. Oh yeah, we did the visitor center, we did our stamps, we got our
Junior Ranger books.
Junior Ranger books. It's a pretty exciting one this time. Got our stamps, shopped, sticker, postcard. I watched the video, the movie about the park, which was comprehensive.
We love a National Park Visitor Center video.
Do we?
Yeah, we've seen them all.
We have, but do we love them?
I love them.
This one gave me more than I was looking for. Anyways, so now we are parked at this lodge, which we're probably only supposed to park here if we're like.
There were no signs that said that.
Okay, but so we're gonna try to go on this hike. We're gonna find where our hike begins. We're gonna go on our hike and see some Bryce Canyon-y stuff, and it's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We're like starting our day.
So far, I'm loving this park. Outside the how much traffic
like
there
the
is.
weather you're liking.
The weather, I think the scenery is beautiful.
We're in this like forest here, but I think we're gonna walk to the edge of the rim of the canyon, which is not a canyon because why? It does not have
river.
A river. It's an amphitheater, but it looks like a canyon. And I think 5 minutes from now the scenery is gonna be a lot different.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Prediction.
Let's go!
We're about to walk up a series of switchbacks.
Okay, so today is Friday evening. It's about 5:20. We are back at Bryce. We decided to come back in the evening to see the sunset, and we're going to, there's like a weird little pizzeria that we're gonna probably get dinner from, watch the sunset. But before that, we're doing the Rim Trail, which is kind of a choose your own adventure walk slash hike.
Hop on a bus. Not at any point, but there are many points.
Yeah, it's 1 to 11 miles, so we're probably going to be closer to the 2 to 3 time distance.
Yes.
So that's what we're up to. Okay, we're hiking the rim trail, which apparently is all uphill. We chose the wrong direction because we're going uphill to Inspiration Point, and then we're taking the shuttle back. So, yeah, down. Taking the shuttle down. This 2-mile hike is going to take us an hour and a half because every time there's like a opening, you get views like this and you have to stop and admire them. And they're all like spectacular.
They're all different.
See? Every time. Stop for 2 minutes to admire. We've walked like half a mile. Okay. 1.3 more miles to go. Colin, say it again.
This is breathtaking.
Breathtaking.
Because
the hike or the views?
Because we've been walking uphill for a
Yeah.
while.
Both.
I just want the record to show my plan was to walk downhill way.
Okay, another spectacular, breathtaking, as Colin calls it, viewpoint. Also, the sun is setting and creating all kinds of shadows and light. Okay, we made it to Bryce Point, right? Is that what it's called? Bryce Point? I'd say that payoff is there. Hello. We made it back from the hike. Took the bus back, which is always the plan, which was nice. I would rate that hike I don't know, what do you say?
8 out of 10?
8 out of 10, yeah, that's good. I was gonna say, yeah, 8 out of 10.
I'm getting more...
Stringent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too. Well, okay, the other hike here was Queen's Garden,
Yeah.
which is like a gorgeous hike.
Yeah, you're down in
through
the
hoodoos.
yeah, in the valley, and
Every photo I took is like, just like orange like background of the beautiful rocks.
Yeah.
And like, that's the best hike for me here so far.
yeah, this was good though. I mean, we did it right at sunset. We got to see all the sunset views, which we talked about along the way. But I ran into a problem on the hike. I am terrified of heights, and it was quite windy in some places, and I had to stop and kind of regain my bearings a little bit, which is, I don't know, not surprising to me, maybe surprising to you.
You're afraid of heights.
Yeah, but it's a little bit
Problematic?
Problematic. Next week we're supposed to hike Angel's Landing, which, if you've never seen video of that, it's pretty intense from a height perspective.
Yeah.
So.
Not recommended for people who are afraid of heights.
No. So we'll see. But yeah, overall this was a great hike. A lot of things going on for it.
It was so it's called the Rim Trail hike, and I was concerned that it would be like rim near the rim.
No, it
like
was the
on
rim. No.
And
Yeah.
it was, and so it was gorgeous. The sun was just like sinking in the sky basically the whole time we were doing it, and we came here for sunset, knowing that sunset here, like, it doesn't set the right direction to be like illuminating hoodoos with like whatever. But I wanted to do it anyway because I felt like I've seen plenty of good sunsets in places that are not known for, you know, like if you get good clouds, you know, you can whatever. In the end, what happened is we just like watched the sun sinking and just creating all those shadows on the hoodoos,
Which is great.
Which is the sunset experience to have in Bryce Canyon, I would say, and so it was beautiful.
Yep. Anne just said she looks tired, which is very appropriate because it's early in the morning.
7:44 is
Our alarm was set for 6 a.m. We got up, got everyone up, made the lunches, made the breakfast, got everyone ready to get here by, well, we were told 7:45. Here is Zion National Park. We got to Zion National Park. We're about 15 minutes away from it, so we had to back up all the math, and we had to wake up at 6 a.m. Ann calls that mom math.
Everyone calls that mom math.
I don't. I do now. So this is a weird park because you can't drive your vehicle to all the different hikes and spots to see. You have to park somewhere and then take the shuttle. So we are parked at the visitor center, which has a giant parking lot that fills up by 8 a.m. If that fills up, then you have to park in town, which is right outside the entrance.
Which we found out costs money.
Yeah, well, not free. That costs money, and the closer you are to the park, the more expensive it is. So we were told the closest parking spot to the park in town is $40 for the day, which I don't want to pay. I'd rather wake up 4 hours earlier than pay $40 a day. So we are here. It's 7:45 now. The visitor center opens at 8. We need to talk to them. The ranger's inside about a hike, and then we're gonna get on with our day. Should we go down?
Good morning. It is Angel's Landing Day.
Maybe.
It's 6:54 a.m. We wanted to leave 9 minutes ago. How you feeling?
Don't know. I don't feel anything right now.
Okay, I'm dead inside.
Dead, yeah. Ben asked me, what happens if you don't come, what if you fall and don't come back from the hike? And I said, well, I guess you won't have a dad then. And he said, yeah, but we'll be waiting there for a really long time. I was like,
oh,
okay.
we didn't know you're dead,
Okay.
so we...
I'm sure someone will contact you.
That's horrible. Well, confident that's not gonna happen.
No, we're all gonna go to Scouts Landing together. I'm going to go up Angel's Landing and see if I can do it. If I can, great. If I can't, I'll come back.
Okay. There you go.
So my failure will be broadcast it everywhere.
Yeah, and you're gonna record it all,
Yeah, right.
right? The update is it's windy.
It's windy. It was windy yesterday though too. They said that as we go up, it will get less windy.
Just like down here, it's windy.
If it's this windy,
We're waiting for the bus. Okay, tell me.
We are hiking. Scouts, look out. And then Dad is gonna hike Angel's Landing.
Okay.
And we're gonna wait at the top of Scouts, look out.
It's gonna be easy or hard.
Very hard.
So the sign shows what Dad was gonna do.
too many people have died since 2004 that they had to cross it off, so they kept because they had to keep changing it.
That's where we're going. Up, up, up. Right up there. Colin,
Yeah,
how you doing?
I'm doing good. I have a tip.
Okay, tip.
I would recommend bringing extra water for this one because you get really thirsty in the first 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Sudden thirst, huh? We've already come up here from the river.
And now we just
I think the river's gonna be looking pretty tiny. So this is interesting. From here, we can kind of see people at all different levels of this.
Levels, Jerry. Levels. No?
You good? There's some like here, climbing up along that path, and there's been more like up here by the trees, climbing upward. Like little ants on the mountain. That's where we're going, guys.
Yep.
We're gonna be the ants. That's pretty gorgeous there.
now.
We got the tram down here that we take through the park, the river. A little update. So this is the first little bit of switchbacks. This is where I was standing down there when I said we're gonna look like ants at the top. This is this beautiful canyon.
Wait, is it 4 miles round trip?
Yes.
So 2 miles and 2 miles back.
Yep, it's 2 miles up to here, Colin and everybody. But I wasn't sure if my GPS would work well because of the mountain. I'm at 1.84, so I guess it worked well. Truthfully, I felt like it was going by too quickly, so I didn't believe it.
Okay, update. We are waiting for Anne. She decided to do the hike. She just messaged me on our walkie-talkie here that she made it to the top. Took her about 40 minutes. She's going to have a water, relax for a minute, and then make her way back down. We are down here just watching all the hikers come up and down. Here. And you can see the tip top where Anne is right now, all the way over there. It's only about half a mile, but it's up and down some pretty steep terrain, which is the reason why I did not end up doing it. I didn't make it. I got about, I don't know, a quarter of the way before I bowed out. Kids are here just watching a movie on their iPad, so waiting for everyone to wrap up their adventures and we'll head back down.
terrible because there's so much wind here. I don't know, I think I'm halfway up. It's been good. It's fun. It's a fun climb. I like climbing on rocks like this. It's kind of my favorite type of hiking. The chains are irritating. They're like at a very low height. I don't like them. I would rather just kind of cling to rocks, but I'm gonna keep going because the kids are waiting for me to get back. I think this is supposed to be the scariest part that I just did. There's a river update from where I am up here. I think this is it. I think the top's up there. This is the top. Angel's Landing. Where only the angels could land. And also me and all these other people. And many more people today. Okay, I can see where the family is sitting. Down here. Somewhere. Oh yeah. Oh, a chipmunk thinks I have a snack. There's everyone down there. I don't know, maybe they can show me where they were sitting after this. Maybe we can see them in here. I cannot even convey this canyon. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful up here. So now we head back this direction down the hill to find the kids, I guess.
I had one like that right here.
Alright, figure out a path down.
So Ann just messaged, or not messaged me, she walkie-talkied me that she's on her way down, which should be about half an hour before she gets back here or so, which is amazing that she did it. Like I said, I started to do it, I couldn't do it. It was just too much for me. I have pretty severe fear of heights and plummeting to my death. Anne, on the other hand, does not have that, and I find it amazing that she's able to do that kind of stuff. So I'm super proud of her for that. And we'll see her when she gets back and give her big hugs and kisses because it's good to have her back.
So this GPS is
Spot on.
today.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Was it fun?
Oh yeah. It was fun.
Welcome back.
It was fun. It was really fun. It's kind of hiking that I grew up doing, so I feel comfortable generally. The view was good, but not like the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you need to climb this mountain in order to, due to the popularity, there were a lot of people turning around right where you did, basically. And there were some people...
I didn't turn around.
No, sorry. Where you contemplated turning around. These are my friends.
Hi.
Because I said if I was just one person, like when it gets crowded, it's hard.
Yeah.
It wasn't as crowded as I thought it was going to be, even on the way down. Like it wasn't bad, but it's hard to work in.
I was real fearful of that.
So I kind of followed like a group up too, because then like if they get an opening, you're like, oh yeah, I'm totally Thanks guys, have a good one. Yeah, so I wouldn't feel like you need to risk your life and whatever to see this. It's pretty, and I tried to take some like photos. It doesn't really come
No,
across.
of course not. I think it's more the experience than the.
Yeah, and every partnership, every pair had like, well, those people, they were kind of fine, both of them. But most marriages, there was like one person at the top sitting on the ground, and one person like walking around, and the person sitting on the ground kept doing that. Like they'd be like, "Hon, babe," like.
So I'm not alone.
Yeah, or like one person being like, "Okay, honey, like you've got this," like just.
Yeah.
And so like that was funny to me. That like, but I guess if both people are fearful, then you wouldn't
Do it.
make it to that point, or you wouldn't be up there to begin with. Yeah. So
Great.
it was fun. Sorry, I feel like a butthead for doing
Why?
it.
That's why we're
Because
here.
I feel bad. I made the kids sit here. I made you
They're
sit
fine.
here.
I mean, it got long in the last like 10 minutes, but we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Great job. Okay.
Okay. Here's the wiggles from the top.
Definitely not
Kind of fun.
That's where the tarantulas live, I think.
Oh, definitely. They would love it. Erosion. Saw a lot of wind erosion. A lot of smooth rocks
Yeah.
on the hiking.
Are you saying Angel's Landing's days are numbered?
Maybe.
One is Hermione and Dad's Harry Potter. Because one week is your favorite one.
Hey, hiking back down. There it is. It's big. Going back down. We got like half mile to get to the bottom. We're recording a clip because we are having a beer at the Zion Lodge. We love a good national park lodge.
Yeah. We were just talking about how at some point we would like to start staying at, like, even if we travel to a national park, like find a day where you can stay at the lodge.
Yeah, we like it. They're like old. I don't know.
They don't have air conditioning.
No, they're so cute.
Yeah. And well, it started at Yellowstone, the Old Faithful Inn. Just
It's
like
great.
amazing. The architecture, everything's made with like tree logs, and I don't know, it's just
Like
so cool.
architecture.
Yeah.
It's a good spot to have a drink, right?
Yeah, especially in Utah. You can't do this in Utah.
Yeah.
It's hard to have a drink in Utah.
It is, but this is national park rules, and national park rules, from what I can determine, national park rules dictate that if you're in a hiking park, they
You
serve
have a
you
beer.
beer.
Yeah.
You,
You can have a beer outside with your children.
oh my God, glorious.
7:30 a.m. We're ready to go. We're on our way. Today's gonna be a little bit less strenuous. We're just gonna kind of casually explore the rest of the park that we haven't seen yet. Using the shuttle, and there's a few places we're gonna hit that have short, low stress hikes. That's the plan for the day.
Okay, explain it, Tim.
And water seeps down into the rocks through sand and through porous rocks.
So the rocks are very
Keeps
porous.
going down, down, down until it can't go further down. And then it has to go horizontally out of the. It gets pushed horizontally out of the canyon walls.
Okay. Into the, like that, in the weeping rocks.
now? Oh, 10 seconds, yeah.
Okay, let her out. 1,000 knives hitting you at once? There's lots of people. You just don't know them very well. I feel good. Are you ready? Yes. Like then, like immediately. Like this is back. King of the bus at Zion National Park.
You get a good view all around.
Oh my gosh, we can see.
And we have the top view.
And the top view, oh my gosh. Kinda, it's a little smudgy. Okay, Riverwalk Trail to the Narrows.
Fun but freezing.
Fun but freezing. Yeah, the water's freezing.
Okay.
But it's very good.
We're
the king of this. We're the king of this bus. There's nobody else.
Nice views of the canyons.
Yeah,
Like I said, a little cold, but nice little walk.
there you go. It was good. The boys put their feet in the water, which was cold. The air was cold. I think the air being warmer would have helped
Yeah.
a lot with the whole thing. It was really shady, chilly.
I slipped twice.
No one fell in though. So victory.
But
We are hiking Weeping Rock Trail to some Weeping Rocks.
Yeah.
At Zion. It's really a short walk.
Yeah, half a mile round trip, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, I think those are them over there on the
Okay.
canyon wall.
these stairs might be wet.
It might be wet. Might be icy. Whoa. Down there, putting it.
Weeping Rock?
It was cool. It looked like it was raining in there.
Mm-hmm. We've seen a lot of those kind of things here.
Like which kind of things?
Weeping Rocks.
Oh yes.
This is the official Weeping Rock Trail, though.
Well, this one was very like dripping on you.
Yeah.
As opposed to just like running down.
It was kind of like that at the Emerald Pool as well.
Yes, that's true. The waterfall
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
What are we doing, Ben?
We're doing our junior ranger for Zion books.
Moving on. Okay. Colin is deciding what these different kinds of rangers do. Sedimentary.
Sedimentary rocks are formed when pressure slowly turns into sand. When it turns turns sand, shells, or dirt into rock over time.
We've learned of a new fruit being in Zion, a prickly pear. So
Okay.
we've got a prickly pear here. I've cut off the top and the bottom. We watched a YouTube video on how to do this.
Right, because we saw them. Ben, you want to tell us about what happened in the park?
We saw them. Yeah, we
What-
saw them.
But they were purple, right?
Yeah, they were purple.
And we were like, can we eat those?
Yeah.
Right.
And then we watched a video, and the video said that they were really good, so we're having them for a treat tonight.
Cut off the top and the bottom, and now they said just cut the slit down the middle.
Okay.
then
How
you-
thick is the? Oh, it is. Yeah, it was thick in the
and
video.
just
Okay.
peel it right off. Yeah, go for it, peel. Keep going. Keep
I
going.
think the
There you
middle.
go.
I think the color of the middle.
Oh, and it has
Changes
seeds. I
on the
forgot
color.
that.
It kind of looks like a cucumber.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of has the texture of a cucumber.
Can we
while
do
I'm cutting
a
it.
Dad? Can we do a test? Can we do a test taste? Taste test? Yeah, taste
A
test.
test taste or a taste test, you think?
Taste test.
Are you gonna spit the seeds back out? No, you're gonna crunch them. They don't like break any of your baby teeth.
It kind of tastes like a melon.
Okay.
Not as good as the
Or-
video sounded like.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we're not really sure.
If a watermelon and a cucumber had a baby, that's what it would
Okay.
taste like.
Uh-huh.
Ben thinks it's not
Yep.
very sweet.
Mildly sweet.
We got our pass for $15 to go through the tunnel, which should just be a one-way tunnel, I say, because there's never not large-sized vehicles going through it, so it's never just like two-way traffic, but whatever. We went through the tunnel, which was cool because they stopped the traffic, so we were first, so we got to see it really good. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you doing today?
Great.
Good. In about 5 minutes, you're going to go directly down the center of the tunnel, 25 miles an hour. No stopping with your headlights on. No sunglasses when you go through the tunnel. And you're going to have a good time, okay?
Thank
Sounds
you.
good. We went on a, what's it called, Tim?
Canyon Overlook Trail.
Canyon Overlook Trail on the east side of the tunnel, which was a fun little 1 mile hike. Lots of rocks and so much sand and some weeping rocks, and
Great view at the end.
saw the canyon.
We need the clues that tell them that this rock reeks water sometimes.
What are the clues?
The mud,
Wet water, or the wet rock, wet,
the moss, red rock,
the wet rock,
then
and the
there's
moss. And
Mm.
it's plants because that's basically what makes it shit, and that they look like they're thriving.
Absolutely. Now, what are we doing? We're trying the hike. Does it have a name?
Petroglyph Pools to Slot Canyon.
So there's supposed to be petroglyphs. You said it's a mile. But this is a, like every trail we've been on in Zion is very like, there's stairs and railings.
Yeah.
This is not like that.
Right.
It's just a
We're
walk.
trying to
you
make
can
sure
do.
we're in the right place too, because it's not a trail on the map.
Right.
So maybe we're making our own trail. We're trailblazing today.
Trailblazing. So we're gonna figure this out, and if we do it, take you with.
Okay.
I remember seeing that symbol in the Junior Ranger.
Yes.
Means like the sun or something.
Today we are doing a hike. I forgot what it was called.
I think it's called Petroglyph Hike.
I was about to say that. We should just call it. We call it petroglyph hike. So you can tell why, because there's petroglyphs. Yeah, I don't think that you can see them, but they're little chiseled parts and rocks that they mean something, but you don't really know what.
After the petroglyphs, we had to scale a rock wall.
Now we are on the set of a Star Wars film.
And Anne's not breathing heavy at all. She's fine. This is where it brought us. We're gonna keep going. We've been figuring out the trail with this couple in front of us.
We have to go.
The non-trail trail.
Yeah, there's no trail. This is just like a line on my phone.
Yeah.
And here are the pools.
The confusion.
Ah, that's a good sign, Evie. That's the most impressive, though. Yeah,
Jump.
Make sure it's graceful. It's on camera.
These waters are throwing off my center of gravity.
The sand get in there.
Colin was complaining about sand in his shoes, so we're about to find out what he was talking about.
That was like.
I think it was warranted.
We had to hike a mile away from the road on an unmarked trail, but we are at last alone
In Zion.
Zion National Park.
Well, not alone. There's some critters.
Some chipmunks.
Some critters think that we have snacks over here. We don't have any snacks, guys. We do. They don't need to know that.
So, in many ways, this is the most enjoyable part because we are not on a bus, waiting for a bus, or hiking with 2,000 of our closest friends. Right? So peaceful.
It is, but the payoff is not quite what we were expecting. But the petroglyphs are cool, and the hike itself was cool to be on those rocks.
And the rocks over here are unlike anything we've seen in this park.
Yeah.
Where they're all just going all over. I don't know what the earth did here. It was a crumple. It crumbled.
Here they are, climbing their way out of the wilderness.
Also promise to continue, explore, learn about, and expect the natural world.
Obviously the scale doesn't come across.
Okay.